I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. Yes?
When does Billy Abbott go before the judge?
You should go in around 4.
I want to be there.
Okay, that's fine. I'll have my office tell you which courtroom.
Listen, I appreciate you moving so quickly on this.
Just following orders.
Well, I can't imagine that you were very happy that Billy compromised the integrity of the grand jury by making private testimony public.
Is there anything else that you needed?
What happens when we find out who gave Billy the information?
If we find out, then we could charge him or her with obstruction of justice. But don't bet on anything because, as I said yesterday, Billy will most likely hide behind the First Amendment.
He can't get away with that, can he?
Depends on the judge.
This has nothing to do with freedom of the press. This is a personal grudge, and he's using his magazine as a weapon, obviously. Does this situation impact Daniel's case at all?
No. We already had enough votes to indict, even if we end up disqualifying a juror.
Well, then that's who you think the source is, a juror.
Well, it almost has to be. I mean, it wasn't you or me. And it certainly wasn't the judge or the court recorder.
I guess Billy Abbott pays a lot better than jury duty.
That didn't take long. Not even 2 months running a magazine, you're already getting dragged into court?
No, because you're gonna file a motion or whatever the hell it is that you do, and you're gonna get me out of this.
I wish I could, Billy. If your source was a juror, not that I'm asking, that person was committing a crime.
That person, not me.
You're a witness.
I'm a reporter.
We'll make the First Amendment argument, but
Hey, come on.
you can't refuse a subpoena, Billy. It's gone all the way up to the Supreme Court.
Fine, I will show up, then what?
You answer the questions, truthfully and respectfully.
But I'm not gonna reveal my source.
When you do that, you run the risk of being held in contempt.
Well, why should today be any different than any other day?
Billy, this is serious.
It always is when the Newmans are throwing their weight around. I'm ready for them. Hi.
Billy?
I'm not even supposed to be talking to you right now.
I heard about the article you wrote on Victoria. The new one.
Right.
I don't understand how you can do that, how you can humiliate her publicly for things that you've done yourself. How would you feel if someone printed all of your indiscretions in the paper?
Like page 6? You know, page 6, it's a gossip, never mind. Look, Victoria didn't have a problem when her daddy humiliated Colleen. You remember the video? So if the Newmans, they can dish it out, well, they can take it.
So you're modeling yourself after Victor now?
No, I'm selling a magazine. It's got a do-gooder on the cover, and it's got lots of chicken soup for the fashionista soul, but it's got to have a little bit more spice, you know, something to reel 'em in.
Can we not talk about this again?
Fine. What's new with you?
I just took a test to find out if I'm pregnant.
And
I find out this afternoon.
you really are enjoying this, aren't you?
Yeah. You know, it's too bad they don't sell popcorn. I did warn you not to mess with me, Billy.
You did. But you know, I'm only gonna sell twice as many magazines now, and all you're doing here is making an even bigger story.
Well, the damage has already been done. Now it's just up to me to make you pay. It's exactly what I'm gonna do.
So you felt justified in violating the rule of law?
I wouldn't quite put it that way, Your Honor.
Do you have photos of the grand jurors who were present for Miss Newman's testimony?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
Show them to Mr. Abbott.
You know, I don't think that's gonna help us here. I wouldn't even recognize the person. It was kind of a deep throat sort of thing, you know? It was in the shadows. It could have been anybody. I don't think it was even a juror. It could have been a friend. It could have been a relative. Could have...
Are you mocking this court, Mr. Abbott?
No, sir. Your Honor,
You equate the exposure of Watergate to your lurid depiction of a marital affair?
No, I was more referring to the general principles the two issues share. Freedom of the press.
Freedom of the press does not extend to pornography, and that's exactly what you've engaged in here.
Your Honor, Restless Style can hardly be considered pornographic material.
That's in the eye of the beholder, Counselor. I know smut when I see it.
Miss Newman's personal relationship connected her to an ongoing criminal investigation. That made this newsworthy. My client is a journalist with...
Perhaps Your Honor would be interested in hearing Mr. Abbott's credentials as a journalist.
Indeed.
I publish, write for, and own Restless Style.
Right. And that would be true for how long now?
Months.
Isn't it more like weeks, Mr. Abbott?
I've heard enough. You will reveal your source, or I will find you in contempt and enjoy doing it.
Think Billy's lawyer's gonna slap some sense into him?
Plenty of people have tried, including me. I thought you had to work.
I did what I needed to do. I wouldn't miss this for the world. This judge is awesome.
Yeah, I know. I don't think we have to worry about Billy printing any more stories about us.
Yeah. Listen, you did the right thing taking him on.
Well, I'm sure you could have done without having our dirty laundry aired again.
I'm behind you on this, all right?
All right. I'm sorry that I put you in the position that I did. You have no idea how much I regret it.
Look, the worst that's gonna happen to your source is a fine and a stern talking to.
Yep, from Judge Blowhard.
You gotta play ball here. Look, if you don't want to say the name, just give Heather enough information to figure it out for herself.
Then what? Huh? Then no one will ever trust to come to me with information again and the magazine's gonna fold. Look, it's not happening.
It's late, Mr. Abbott, and I am out of patience. Will you or will you not reveal your source?
I could do that. But then I couldn't look at myself in the mirror tomorrow, so,
Well, you are in contempt, and you, sir, are going to jail.
yeah.